So let's say you have a really difficult piece of reading or long piece of reading that you are fairly certain your kids are going to take one look at and just shut down. Rather than you doing all the front loading, go through the text and find very short passages, maybe a sentence, maybe 2 sentences, something that can be read aloud fairly quickly, and that it captures a single component that you want to make sure your kids notice. Maybe it's just the topic of the piece of reading that they're going to be working with. Maybe it's a theme. Maybe it's a literary device you want to make sure they see. But really circumscribe what it is that you have them looking for. And take each of these passages and put them on individual cards. You don't have to have a different one for each student. If it's something that's particularly difficult or super important and you want to make sure that your students don't miss it, then having it more than once in circulation is pretty important. They read whatever is on the card to their partner. Partner reads what's on his or her card to that partner, and they try and find what's common among the 2 pieces. They may not be able to right away, in which case if they've got no concept, they just trade cards, move off and find a new partner, and repeat the process. And over time, and if you've done a good job of picking, really cherry picking the passages that they're going to read, they should be able to isolate some commonality. And let that continue until you notice that they've stopped revising their hypothesis about what these passages have in common. So then you pull the class together and say, what do you think it was? They will figure out what the theme is or what the commonality is, and then they can approach the reading of the text with a lot more confidence and a lot more interest. Don't tell them if they're right. Tell them to read and find out if they were right. In a minute, you're going to see a group of secondary English teachers using this technique to approach what I think is a fairly difficult text for any age group, which was Seeing by Annie Dillard. And notice that even adults who are very good readers struggle, and I let them struggle and watch them arrive at an understanding of what the piece is about even before they've read it.
And if we have really only that one light, one source for our power, and yet we must turn away from it. Nobody here on the planet seems aware that we all walk about carefully, averting our faces this way and that, lest our eyes be blessed forever. So,
wearing masks maybe, and then
very
are the pennies like the odd one out, or are they the
I think so.
doesn't get excited, or the penny that doesn't recognize their own excitement, their own drive, their own light.
Okay.
The world is fairly
studied and shrewd with pennies. No,
strings.
Yeah, with pennies. But who gets excited by a mere penny?
Okay. When I walk with the camera, I walk from shot to shot, reading the light on a calibrated meter. When I walk without a camera, my own shutter opens, and the moment's light prints on my own silver gut. We were talking about the lens you see things through, like that
One light, one source for all power, and yet we must turn away from it. Nobody here on the planet seems aware that we all walk about carefully averting our faces this way and that, lest our eyes be blessed forever.
So things that appear hidden, or perceived as hidden. Yeah, that we miss. We don't.
I walked up to a tree, an Osage orange, and 100 birds flew away. They simply materialized out of the tree. I saw a tree, then a whisk of color, and then a tree again.
When you see fog move against a backdrop of deep pines, you don't see the fog itself, but streaks of clearness floating across the air and dark shreds.
So our commonality could be vision and sight and things going in and out quickly, nature. Okay. Very good. Okay. When you see a fog move against a backdrop of deep pines, you don't see the fog itself, but streaks of clearness floating across the air in dark shreds.
But if I want to notice the lesser cataclysms of valley life, I have to maintain in my head a running description of the present. It's not that I'm observant, it's just that I talk too much.
Okay. So when you see a fog move against a backdrop of deep pines, you don't see the fog itself, but streaks of clearness floating across the air in dark shreds. Can you read yours again?
Okay, but if I want to notice the lesser cataclysms of valley life, I have to maintain my head of running description of the present. It's not that I'm observant, it's just that I talk too much.
Well, she is having a running
In her
commentary
head. In her
of
head.
what she's seeing, what's going on. And this person is noticing what's going on in front of them as well.
Okay.
This is about like not paying attention to the small things in life and missing out on, because what I read was like a tree full of birds and you didn't see the birds until you got up on the tree.
Yeah.
So, and one was about not observing the penny because nobody cares about a penny. So, I don't know, that's what I'm thinking.
So in this one that you have, the one that I have, when I walk, it's kind of seeing like this idea of if when I walk without a camera, if you stay there and look and wait for it, then you'll see it. Nature is like one of those line drawings of a tree that are puzzles for children. Can you find hidden in the leaves a duck, a house, a boy, a bucket, a zebra, and a boot?
Get ready for this one.
I'm not ready. Wait, go.
When Western surgeons discovered how to perform safe cataract operations, the vast majority of patients had no idea of space whatsoever. One patient called lemonade square because it pricked on his tongue as a square shape pricked on the touch of his hands.
So we're talking about individual perception.
Yes.
And how each person could potentially see something
That the other person
would miss.